Don't know that I will, but until I can find me a girl who'll stay and not play games behind me, I'll be what I am, solitary man, about to drink wine to make me feel fine. Well, well, well. Good evening, my loveliest of lovely ones, and a very warm welcome indeed to Sunday Night Live. And what a joy it is to be back with you again in this somewhat chilly dining area part of cottage thing. Had the heating turned right down, and it's a bit of a chilly one, isn't it, darlings? But there we are. There we are. I will soon warm up in as I bask in the warmth of your kind company. That's what I'll do. I'll have a good old bask in your warmth, darlings. Just open up your warmth for me, and I'll just slide in and have a good bask. You don't mind, do you? Of course you don't. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you've had the most wonderful of weekends, and we are going to spend the next hour in each other's company, and we are going to wave a sad goodbye to the weekend. Well, for some it will be sad. For others, like me, where the weekend means hard work and Monday means a day off, perhaps we won't wave it away quite so sadly. But either way, whether it's sad or otherwise, otherwise, tricky chaps, words. We are going to welcome in a whole new week. Yes, darlings, in just 58 minutes from now, we're going to welcome in week, whatever it is, of 2025. And hasn't this month kind of flown by? Or has it? Has it or hasn't it? I always think that January is a very draggy, elongated month, and it seems to have kind of whizzed by. I mean, it's a whole week almost. It's a week tomorrow. Well, I mean, a week ago today, I was sitting here getting excited about going to Llandudno the next day. And gosh, that really has flown by. A whole week, my goodness gracious me. And now I'm sitting here in front of you getting excited I'm getting excited about the bloody radiators warming up. And yeah, I'm going to go. I suppose I'm getting excited about going to walk up something tomorrow. I think that will be the. I did think that might be the title of the new series, Walking Up Things. Still got a bit of low grade lurgy going on. But touch wood, and fingers crossed. I seem to be getting away with it because at work they are dropping like flies. There's a really nasty flu going around. Samyog, I think I told you in the video, he's doing a hospital placement somewhere near London, and he picked up something horrible, and he's relegated to he looked awful last night. He hasn't managed to get out of bed today, and a few others have been. Whereas me, still standing strong, darlings. I'm a little bit sniffly. I've got a little bit of a sore throat, and as you can hear, I'm a little bit coughy, but I'm still firing on several cylinders, darlings. Oh yes. So, what's going to happen over the next hour? Well, I saw a comment actually that somebody asked what the agenda was, and somebody else said, "Well, he'll throw the towel, sit down, and wing it." And that is exactly what I do every night. I've got no idea what's going to come out of this gob when I open it up. It's as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. But we've got all the normal stuff. We have got the fabulous hedgehog of truth. So if you want to ask a question to which you will receive an honest answer, you can do so under the good auspices of Hedgie, the hedgehog of truth. He's just going to sit there in his normal space. There's a box here that's going to get a right old pounding, I can tell you that. And of course, there is the portable community electric telephone. There's the community portable electric telephone on which you can leave a voice note or indeed a massage, should you so wish. Now, as has become tradition, I'm going to have a goodly slurp of my wine and then I'm going to dive into your comments, which are, let us never forget, the meat and potatoes in this pot noodle that we're all swimming about in. Oh, do any of you remember a time when you could buy, I don't know if you had to save up coupons or something, but you could buy an electric pot noodle fork and you pressed a little button and the fork head, or what do you call that bit of the fork? I don't know what you call it, the head? The bit with the tines on it. I know that the prongs are called tines. Tines, darlings. I can spell it as well. Oh, yes. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, darlings. I'm in a bit of a silly mood tonight. Yeah, the head of the fork would like do spinny, spinny, spinning. And you could electrically eat your not foodle. Anyway, let's have a glass of wine, shall we? Cheers, darlings. Thank you for your company tonight and always. Your very good health, bottoms up yours, and above all, as a new week is about to smack us in the chops, get stuffed. Still amuses me. I'd have sworn that I'd have given up on that by now, but it still amuses me. And when things still amuse me, I still do them. Wine, do your blessed thing. Ah, marvellous. Right, first cab off the rank tonight was none other than Jimmy Quinn, who opened proceedings with a cheery good evening, Boaty and all. And good evening to you, Jimmy. It is never less than a pleasure to have you here. Carol C was next and said, hello, everyone. Jimmy, you've been gifted a membership on the Captain Mustard channel, who is live now. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. Peter P is with us and says, greetings, honourable community. Greetings to you, Peter P. Stratospherian is here and says, good evening, Boaty and all. Hello, Strat. Nice to see you, mate. Richard here, Paulie Galtieri. Good evening, Boaty and everyone. Hope you've all had a good day. Oh, Mark Lyons, the wonderful Mark Lyons. Now, he really has become a very, very, very regular interlocutor in the old inner scrotum, and we welcome him. Love, love, love what you're doing here, Boaty, says Mark, very kindly. Videos, etc., and especially loving all of you gorgeous souls here in the inner scrotum. Off on a road trip now, so I'll just be listening in. Moi and moi to you, Mark, you lovely man, you. Stu is with us, greets everybody and hopes everybody's weekend was okay. And Stu, like me, is off tomorrow. Looks a mercy indeed, Stu. What have you got planned for the day? I've told you what I'm doing. What have you got planned? Where's everyone from? Stu and Carol see my bed, which is a good answer and the place to be, according to Stu. Tomorrow's going to be 6 degrees warmer than today, says Carol. Oh, good. I woke up in a fight freezer this morning. A fight freezer? I'm not familiar with that. And it stayed like it most of the day. Well, I'm glad tomorrow's going to be warmer. Diane Sturdy is with us, and the lovely Diane, of course, who, let us not forget, stand up, children. The headmistress is entering the room. You don't have to salute. Just stand up straight, like good boys and girls. There you are. Actually, we should. I'm old school. When any lady, not just a headmistress, enters the room, we should stand up, shouldn't we? I'll try and remember that. Boaty has admitted he's not a player on YouTube. I did. Where's the point in denying it? You only have to look at the figures to see where I rank in the on the ladder of YouTube doings. Oh, Barry is with us. Barry is with us. Good evening, sir. And Karen's on her way home as well. That's good. Yeah, exactly. He'll throw in the towel, light the candle, and then wing it. That's what I do. It's frickin' freezing here, says Barry. Evola's Sunglasses is with us and says, evening, everyone. Now, is Evola's Sunglasses a lady? I'm not absolutely sure. Shall I stand up just in case? There you go. It's good exercise anyway, isn't it? Oh, try not to knock the table. Inauguration being held inside, and it's MLK Day tomorrow. Day off for all Americans. Gosh, a mystery phone call, darlings. This is exciting. Probably not a mystery. It's probably somebody's number I forgot to say. Good evening, mystery caller. Yes, I haven't saved your number. Oh, hang on, stand up. Hello, miss.
For goodness sake.
Hey, sorry, miss.
If you don't save the number tonight, I'm coming round.
With
Remember,
the cane. I know. Yes.
35 miles away, and I'm coming round. So stand up again.
Yes, miss.
And say you're sorry.
I'm very sorry, miss.
And salute.
Long way up, short way down, miss.
Right. So sort it out.
Yes, yeah? Miss. Yes, I'll do it immediately.
Thank you.
Thank you, miss. And
if there's any more trouble, I'm getting in my car. Okay?
Understood, miss. Thank you very much, miss. Sorry, miss.
Right. And on another note, love to everybody else. Well, and you.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody else in the chat.
It's nice that I get a bit of love before you belabor my buttocks with your bamboo cane.
I'll always give you love. I'll also give you a good caning if you don't do what you're told. So, yeah.
Yes, miss.
I love you all, and especially to Tracy and Emma. Right.
Oh, that's nice.
Going now.
Okay. Thank you, miss. Right.
You are told.
I'm going to do it now. I'm literally going to do it now.
All right. I'll let you off.
Thank you, miss. Right. I better do it now, hadn't I? Otherwise, I'm going to be in more trouble than Dick Barton. Right. How do I do that? Hang on. Right. So if I go to this. No, I don't want voicemail. I want recent. Right. So do I press that? Create new contact. Here we are. First name. Well, am I allowed to put the headmistress's first name in? I'll tell you what, for the first name, I'll put headmistress. Then for the last name, I'll put the full name, Diane Sturdy. And then for the company, I will put, I better not put in a scrotum. I'll put Boaty's World. Boaty's World. And I will do this for all of you as well. It's just, I'm doing it for Diane first because, well, I mean, she's threatened to physically beat me. And she does live within easy driving distance as well. So, okay, that is... Oh, that's done. Looks quite cool, actually. Her number's not on there for you to see, is it? She won't want everybody seeing it. No, it's not. So I can show it to you safely. There you go. See, I'm a good boy sometimes. Oh, have I got WhatsApp doings here? What have I got? Have I got anything new? Oh no, that's from Friday. Oh, I've got a new one from Mr. Parry. Oh, the posh coffee. Have we got a voice note with these videos? Let's have a look. Oh, we might have a bit of a voice note here.
How has your day been, sir? And how is the lovely bunch of coconuts lady, sir?
Who is the lovely
And also
bunch
the
of
matron
coconuts
and the
lady?
new
I've missed
headmistress,
something here.
sir.
Oh,
And also your
headmistress.
new friend, Caroline, sir, today. I hope everybody else is fine in the chat. I'm just chilling out watching it, sir, tonight.
Ah, right, there we are. Who is the coconut lady? I've missed something. I've noticed a lot of references to coconuts, and it's kind of gone over my head a bit. Right, let's see if we can do a... Oh, no, no, no. That wasn't a professional beginning to the pour. I've got the ending. I've got the twist ending. It's the beginning of the pour that I'm struggling with. I need to watch that video again. I was very impressed by that sommelier, darlings. Where did we get to? Yes, we all get the day off, says Barry. Andrew Buttigieg joins us, the lovely Ivor Spotty Butty, and he greets everybody by name. Oh, a voice message from Simone. I'm going to do them as they come in, because I can.
Good evening, Boaty.
Oh.
Don't forget to put £1 in your box, like Headmistress told you to.
Oh dear. That took me completely by surprise. Simone is kind of the master of voices, isn't she? I wonder what else she can do. Oh, do you know what? We completely forgot about the Christmas pantomime, didn't we? Oh, well, that went the way of all good things, didn't it? Best laid plans. I was looking forward to doing that as well. We'll do it as a summer show or something instead, or we'll say we will and then we'll forget all about it. Right, let's get this box pounded. Get that box pounded, Butler. I hate you, Butler. I love you, Butler. There we are. Thank you, Simone. There we go, darlings. The box has been pounded. Oh, hello. We've got another one. Gosh. Busy tonight.
The lovely bunch of coconuts is Emma.
Oh. Oh, that filtered out. Let's try it again.
The lovely bunch of coconuts is Emma.
Why is that? Why do you keep doing that, phone?
It's a nickname for Mrs. Titties. That's why I said lovely bunch of coconuts, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that explanation. Oh, I didn't know there was a... Barry, I didn't know there was a George Floyd Day. Oh, I never knew about that. Karen jokes that if they had a Malcolm X Day, we'd get a whole week off. Good for you, Carol, says Headmistress Diane, the administrator, like the Terminator. Then there are lots of hellos flying around, which is always nice, of course. Jim Bob is with us. Where is that fella who left the negative comments? He was never here in the inner scrotum. Hello, Boggs, by the way. Which one? There were... Which negative comments? There was a bit of a reaction to my video today. I knew there would be, darlings. I knew there would be. And some of them really were quite amusing. And they weren't unfair. Listen, one of them said, I found you about 6 months ago. And I thought you were a quirky and interesting guy. But then you decided to just start filming your drive to work, spouting the same old crappy drivel, moaning about this, that, and the other over and over again. You can't expect to grow a YouTube channel with that. He went on and on. Quite right as well. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, sorry, got a bit of a hair or something in my mouth. Talking films. Oh, Matron joins us. Evening all. Evening matron. Still talking films, and I can't join in on film talk because I haven't seen many films, and the ones that I have seen and loved, none of you will have seen. So there's very little common ground. I very much doubt if any of you have seen A Sunday in Hell, and that's the translation of the title because it should be in Danish, I think. And I don't speak Danish, so I don't know the original title in the original language, but the translation is A Sunday in Hell, and I doubt that any of you have seen La Course en Tête, which is your actual French. Those are my favourite films. Please remember to like this video and the channel, says Carol C. That'd be very kind. Barry's here, Barry Scrotter. It's Sunday. Hello to you. Yeah. Oh, the French Connection. I think I did watch a bit of that once. What are the flowers doing? Asked Carol C. Well, they're dying slowly. Simone, hooked on classics, joined us. Oh, the M11 is here. The lovely Emma. Evening, says Emma, of the rapidly growing YouTube channel, Emma Lemon. Have you seen how quickly her subs are rising and the views she's getting on her videos? Oh, my goodness me. She won't be making a video like me anytime soon. Time to give up on YouTube. I'm pants. No, she'll be doing the opposite. She'll be saying, hey, look at me, everybody. I'm doing incredibly well. And she might do one of those videos. Look how much I earned in my first month on YouTube. Anyway, what Emma actually says at this point is, evening, I fell asleep with little Lemon. Just woke up and now I'm all groggy, but I'm here for now at least. Jolly good. Well, hello. Matron joins everybody by, greets everybody by name. Oh, I had the nasty flu, says Matron. Caught it on Boxing Day and it laid me up for 3 weeks. I've still got swollen tonsils and I'm deaf in one ear. Awful. Boaty is still standing, better than he ever did. I'm still standing, better than I ever did. Simone really wants to buy a Japanese Sega Saturn, but it's 43 quid posted from Japan. I've got no idea what that is, but treat yourself if you can afford it. And if you can't, then, well, don't, I suppose. Or, I don't know, commit some sort of, no, don't commit a criminal act. What are you talking about, Boaty? Oh, but there are updates coming on the gaming channel. Jolly good. Boaty, pot noodles are disgusting, says Richard. Well, I don't disagree with you. And they're not that cheap, are they? Whereas if you don't go down the pot route, if you just get those packet noodles, not the crappy ones that have been available forever, but the nice ones on the oriental aisle of the supermarkets now, some of those are really decent and 60, 70p, something like that. Way nicer than a pot noodle. Although I haven't had a pot noodle for, I've got no idea how many years it is since I last had a pot noodle. Did anybody else used to make pot noodle sandwiches? Oh dear. God, I've come on in life, haven't I? I did eat a pot noodle sandwich. Okay, talking about food, I'm feeling a little bit guilty today. because I had a Sunday lunch, smaller than usual, because I am still on this health kick. But I had a Sunday lunch, and of course I had beef in the freezer, didn't I? And so I had rare roast beef, and I felt a little bit guilty because I'm trying to cut down on my eating of dead animals, darlings. Not not give up, not yet. Just trying to cut down a little bit. Pardon me. Just realised that it's not absolutely essential to eat dead animal on every meal occasion. Anyway, I bloody did for lunch, and I am again for supper. And it's going to be 3 times as bad tomorrow because I've got tomorrow planned, darlings. I am going to have half a bacon sandwich tomorrow. Because if I'm going to go and walk up a bloody hill, tussock, mountain, whatever the bloody hell it is, I don't know what it is. I know where it is. I know how to get there, and I've been up it before, twice. I went up it when I was at school. Well, I didn't go up it when I was at school, because when I was at school, I was at school. I wasn't on a hill in Derbyshire. I went up it during the period that I was a school boy, and we went on a geography field trip. And then I went up it again a couple of years ago with Boo and Little Miss. But I don't know what it is. I suppose it's a hill. And I can't remember if it's got a trig point. And I've got no idea what a trig point is anyway. I wouldn't know a trig point if it came and smacked me on the arse. So I've got no idea what I'm talking about, basically. The point of this is that I've got 2 rashers of bacon left in my fridge. And I thought, would it be incredibly too wrong of me to have a bacon sandwich as a treat breakfast tomorrow, given that I'm going to be going and burning off a lot of calories? And I decided, yeah, that would be too much. But then I thought, why not have half a bacon sandwich, 1 rasher of bacon rather than the 2, and have half a sandwich? Better than nothing. You're still getting that bacon sandwich experience, and there'll still be another rasher left for the next Monday or the next time Monday. I think it's going to be a Monday treat, really. I can't go eating bacon sandwiches willy-nilly. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow morning. I shall get up earlier than I want to, have half a bacon sandwich and coffee, and then at some point I shall wend my way towards the towards Mamtor. And my reward for wobbling up and back down Mamtor will be Momo cooked in the wild, cooked and eaten in the wild. Quite looking forward to that, darlings. Quite looking forward to that. And I will be doing it in Officer Crabtree, which is always a joy. I swapped the cars over on the way home from work tonight. So, yeah, back out in Officer Crabtree, and Officer Crabtree's footwell is full of Llandudno sand from my swimming trunks and sock that were on the floor coming back last Tuesday. And I kind of don't want to hoover them up. I'm a little bit annoyed that I poured all of the sand out of my shoes into the bin, and I thought I should have put them in a thing or something, and one of the things on the mantelpiece, just as a little bit of a memory item, because I did enjoy myself. I did enjoy myself very much last week. Is it last week? It was still. Well, it's not midnight, so it's still this week, isn't it? Earlier this week. Maybe I could take a couple of grain of sands out of the footwell and do something with those instead. Bad Books is with us, and everybody's saying hello to him. How are you, Mac? I had roast beef today, says Richard, with all the trimmings, followed by cherry pie and a posh coffee, sir. Can't beat posh coffee, says Diane. Oh, hello. M. Day is with us and says, good evening all. Well, good evening to you, M. Day, and lovely to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. Stu had a smashburger Finder-style French bread pizza and Doritos with salsa. Mark, you're a lovely soul, says Diane. Emma had halloumi and honey and chili flakes on a bed of smoked paprika and cream, cheese, fusilli. Oh, there we are. And now everybody's saying hello to M. Day. God, you are such a welcoming lot. I'm sober tonight, says Paddy Scrotter. Well, so am I for the moment, but it won't last much longer. I love that Diane can control Boaty in the way me and Emma can't, says Matron. Have you ever tried to control me? I don't know how I would react to you controlling me, because I don't think you've ever tried. You've just gone along with whatever madness I'm coming up with at any particular time. I don't remember you control me when I was giving you a lap dance here in this very dwelling. There's the spanking. Now read a poem. Oh, I should do a nightly poem. Oh, yeah, I should do a nightly poem. Oh, I fled him down the nights and down the days. I fled him down the arches of the years. I fled him down the labyrinthine ways of my own mind, and in the mist of tears I hid from him. Under vistate hopes I sped, and shot precipitate head down titanic glooms of chasmed fears from those strong feet that followed after, still with unhurrying chase and unperturbed pace, deliberate speed, majestic instancy, came on the following feet, and a voice above their beat, naught shelters thee who will not shelter me. I pleaded to them very wistfully, and so on and so on and so on. I love poetry, me. Oh my word, say Simone. After that, I don't think I have the heart to leave a voice note. We love your voice note, Simone. Coconut doings must be a Leisure Peninsula thing. Coconuts are tricky. Simone says, matron, I laughed too hard at that. Richard explains, Mr. Parry first used the term coconut when you were live streaming with Carol Ann. He asked you, does she have a lovely pair of coconuts? Ah, okay. Pounded, says Stu. And that's the box, not anybody or anything else, presumably. Fantastic, Simone, says Diane. You are the master of ceremonies of the inner scrotum. Boaty, do Alan Bennett talking about a lovely bunch of coconuts. I can't do Alan Bennett. I was sharing a coconut macaroon at a pot of Earl Grey with Thora on Wednesday afternoon, just after the library did its early closing. And I looked into her eyes and I said, Thora, you've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Would you be offended if I just had a quick go on your busty substance? I can't do it. I can't do it. My pussy's better, says Steve, back to her pesky usual self, tearing me carpet up. Oh, dear. Peter B says, Jimmy has always said your videos are crap. Yeah, well, he's right, isn't he? Diane says, Emma, you are absolutely thriving in your new role. Yes, him, says Jim Bob. I think he's talking about the guy leaving the negative comment. Long-winded, if you ask me. There was some... I haven't had a chance to read through all of them or respond to them, but there were some very thoughtful and well-meant comments, and there was some constructive criticism. I knew it all anyway. That was kind of what I was saying. Look. Oh, sorry, miss. I apologise. I did a wine burp, miss. Apologies. That was kind of part of what I was saying, is that, look, you know, I know that it's like the driving to work videos, right? Now, I know that they're not content. I know that they're repetitive. I know that for many people, they would be incredibly boring. But I also know that you guys, the guys that count, the inner scrotum, the regular viewers, my friends, I know that a lot of you like them and tell me that you like them and ask me to do them. So I think, well, who am I doing this for? You know, the driving to work videos, God knows they suit me. I would make a better video if I could, but if I haven't had chance to do a better video, yeah, I'm going to do that, and yeah, I'm going to put it up because I know that some of you, my closest friends, you're going to respond to them and you're going to watch them and you're going to enjoy them. So why wouldn't I do them? Now, if other people don't want that, then that's fine. They don't have to watch them. So I know that they're not good content. I know they're repetitive, and that's kind of my point. I'm going to carry on doing exactly what I'm doing. I'll still try to make decent videos. On the odd occasion, I will still make a video with proper production values. I will try and do different and interesting things. I don't want to bore you or take advantage of you, but I'm not going to obsess over trying to grow the channel or grow the numbers. And I'm not going to obsess over making the videos and whatnot, because even if I put all of the effort in the world into my videos, the chances of me having a breakthrough so that I could earn a full-time living from this, the chances are so small that I would be insane to do that. And that was kind of the point that I was getting across. This is amazing for me. I love it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. I've managed to somehow create or become part of this community, and I wouldn't change that for the world. I've met amazing people. I've met amazing friends. I've got a brilliant thing going on, and that's enough. That was the point. That's enough. So I shouldn't be absolutely fixating on trying to become a success on YouTube and trying to earn a full-time living out of it, because it would be a silly thing to do. The chances of it happening are so small. Look at Sean, who's got more going for him than I ever will have. It took him 15 years, 12 to 15 years, and he's amazing, right? What are the chances of me getting a breakthrough? Virtually none. So I would be crazy to do it, absolutely crazy to do it. And I'd probably end up skint and homeless and on the street. So, and also, I've got other opportunities coming up this year. I've already got a job. I run a restaurant, and I've got other opportunities coming up as well, as you know only too well. That's where my focus should be, but that doesn't mean that I should stop doing this. Everything just needs to be put into its place. I love doing this. I'm never going to stop doing it. The live streams are there forever. The videos will keep coming out. I'll keep doing exactly what I'm doing, but my mindset is changing, and I'm not going to fixate on what the channel's doing or growth or anything like that, because quite honestly, I don't give a hoot, right? I've got more than I could have dreamed of out of YouTube already. So I've got you guys, and you guys mean more than anything else. So I'll keep doing the videos. I'll do the videos that I want to make. I'll do them for the reason that I want to do them. So that might be, oh, right, I'll read that out in a second. Yeah, I'll make the videos that I want to make. I'll do them for my own reasons, and that might be because I want them there as a memory for me to watch. I told you the other night, or I told you in the video, I can't remember which. I watch some of my videos, I watch regularly. And that's why I made them, so I could watch them regularly, because they're lovely memories for me. If I want to make a driving to work video, I'll bloody make it. And if somebody wants to say that's a shit video, yeah, it's a shit video. But I did it for my friends who I know appreciate it. I didn't do it for you, who thinks it's a shit video and isn't interested unless I'm doing something a lot better. It wasn't for you. So sit down and wind your neck in. Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? So that was what I was trying to get across in the video, that I'm not going to stop doing anything. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not even going to stop trying. Every now and then, I will put effort into a video to try and make it a good video for you, and also for my own sense of personal satisfaction. I do get, when I have the motivation and the time and the opportunity, um, I love the challenge of doing something that I haven't got any background in or natural skill set in. And I said in the video, I'm so proud of my Height of Abraham video. It's a really well put together video, really well put together. It was well filmed, it was well edited, everything. And I'm really, really proud of that. And I get a sense of personal satisfaction from it. So I'm still going to do that. You won't notice anything different about the channel, I promise you. The only way that you would notice a difference would be if you lived with me and you could see that I'm not obsessing over my stats to the same degree. They're not going to be the first thing I look at in the morning. They're not going to be the last thing I look at night. And I'm not going to give another second of thought to, wouldn't it be great if the channel could do this? And wouldn't it be wonderful if I could earn this money? It ain't going to happen. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to earn my living from doing something else. And this will carry on being what it is. It might grow a little. You know, my numbers are all going up gradually. So that's grand. It earns a bit of pocket money. That's lovely. I'm certainly not going to complain about that. You know, it helps at the moment. The pocket money that YouTube earns me, that YouTube gives me, means that I can heat my home in winter. Hopefully, that won't be the case in the future, and I'll be earning a proper living from my actual job. And any money that comes from YouTube can be spent on jollies. So nothing's going to change. Right, here's the text I had from the headmistress. Oh, it's a bit small. Right, hang on. Let me just take a screenshot of that. How do you do a screenshot on an iPhone 16? Ah, there we are. And then I can make it a bit bigger. Don't get old, darlings. Don't get old. Things stop working, including your eyes. There is nothing like a good friend to tell your troubles to, someone to open with, someone to talk you through the highs, the lows, the everyday struggles, someone who knows your every quirk and flaw, someone who understands your ways and loves you after all. A message to you, Boaty, and the community. Don't ever change. You are all wonderful. Kiss, 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 Diane. Oh, isn't that? Oh, sorry, Headmistress Diane. Wasn't that lovely? Wasn't that lovely? Next time I'm up there visiting him, says Emma, talking about me, Diane, please come and meet us both. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. I wonder, says Andrew, if Boaty has seen the series of films and the Electric Blue Stable. No, never heard of it. Bad Book says, primary school, I was told off for not standing when Miss entered room. In fact, I was fishing a gerbil out of the fish tank that Richard Burton, not the Richard Burton, tried to drown, was neither here nor there. Oh, so you were doing a good thing and you were told off for it. Oh, that's awful. Stratospherian says Sunday in Hell is a film from the legend. Jorgen Less in Danish. Yes, yeah, I remember that name, and yes, it is, and it's an amazing film. An amazing film. But I couldn't remember the original title in Danish. Well, not I couldn't remember it. I've never been able to say it, if I'm honest. Is it on YouTube, asked you? I think it is. I think it is. I've got a VHS video of it. I might even have a DVD somewhere, but it might well be on YouTube. It wouldn't be for everybody. Pot noodle sandwiches were a staple, says to you. Emma says, I've never in my life eaten a pot noodle. Me neither, Emma, says Diane. Same here, Emma, says Richard. The smell of one is bad enough. Instant noodle sandwiches are peak poverty sustenance, says Matron. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Stratospherian. Here we go. This could be tricky. En forastag I helved. Oh, that's it. En forastag I helved translates a day in spring in hell. I'm embarrassed I haven't seen it. I've watched it about 11 million times. Brilliant film. I don't mind a pot noodle, so Gladys Grotto, for a snack. Aldi's own make are okay and cheaper. They're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap. Oh, and Stu says, En Frasdag I Helved is on YouTube. Emma says, Boaty once told you on a joint live that I'd eaten a meal that didn't involve meat, and you were shocked and said you could not go a meal without meat. What can I tell you? Turns out I can. Turns out that I can go without other things as well. Have any of you noticed that I've not been jumping up and down and going over there tonight? There's a reason for that. Arbuckle's Big English Breakfast today for bad books. Very naughty but nice. Wasn't there an old film set in Wales, asked Barry Scratter? The man who went up a hill and came down a mountain or something like that. Rings a bell. God, all I can think of is I Bought a Mountain by Richard Llewellyn, which is an amazing book and you really all should read. Or How Green Was My Valley. But good on you for cutting down, says Emma. I used to have tomato sandwiches with tomato ketchup on, says Jim Bob. Oh, Boaty, is chicken not a dead animal, plus bacon? I didn't say I was cutting it out entirely. I just said I was going to cut down a little. The odd vegetarian or vegan meal wouldn't kill me, I figure. You know, maybe might even do me a bit of good. I'm just trying little things to, you know, help me along. Strat says, Jorgen Less is in the genre of avant-garde film stroke art movies. More than 2 decades he was commenting on the Tour de France. Any offer to provide a breakfast, asked Diane. Diane, if you and the M11 were to favour me with your presence, of course there would be a meticulously planned breakfast. Steve McDonald is with us and says, good evening, Boaty. And Steve, I forgot to reply to one of your messages. No, my restaurant isn't in Chesterfield. It's in Ripley, which is about, about some miles away, quite a lot, about 10, 15 mile away, something like that. The other restaurant is in Clay Cross, which is closer. But if you're staying in the Premier Inn that Emma stayed in, which is the new one right in the town centre, or if you're staying in the one that is a little bit out of town by the old Tesco, Lockeford Lane, then neither, and presumably, and you're coming on the train, excuse me, then neither of them are going to be within distance for you, sadly. Oh, you could do it Sunday night, though. You could always drive on Sunday night and come to my place on Sunday night. I forgot about that. Assuming that you're staying on Sunday as well as Saturday and going back on Monday, so you could always do that. Yep, it starts off with cycle maintenance. I'll watch it tomorrow whilst I'm off, says Stu. To let you know what the film is about, it's about a bicycle race called Paris-Roubaix, and Paris-Roubaix is the most famous of what are called the one-day classics. In other words, single-day races, not multi-day stage races. And it's particularly famous because Paris-Roubaix features l'Enfer du Nord, which means the hell of the north, and that's pavé. It features long stretches of really awful cobblestone roads. I'm feeling a bit cold. Is the radio gone? No, still going. Which are really, really difficult to ride on, and the riders fall off a lot, and the vibrations are awful, and there are many, many punctures, and it's a long and arduous single-day race. And if you ever win Paris-Roubaix, then you are one of the hardest hard men. Sand is a pain to get out of the car, and it's I'm trying to remember which year it was. Was it 77? God, I can't remember. But the film features one particular race. It's held every year. It's one of the spring classics. And it was 76 or 77 that the film features on. Can't remember which exactly. Sand is a pain to get out of the car, says Buddy. Good, because I want to keep it there as a keepsake. Cutting out meat will mean the end of the meticulously planned breakfast. I'm not cutting it out entirely. I'm just realizing that I can have the odd meal without meat. You were telling me, Emma, you were the one telling me that it's not about giving things up entirely. It's about cutting things down or whatever. I'm not giving meat up. I don't think I could ever do that, but who knows? I'm just, realizing that I can go a day without eating meat and I can still enjoy a meal. That's all. That's all. I'm just making little tweaks in my life, darlings. That's all. I love a tomato sandwich with black pepper, says Diane. So, Steve, I can't read that one out. Steve, I couldn't live without bacon, says Barry. Emma says Bad Books Boaty's doing lots of different things. He will be gardening next. I bloody won't be. I will be paying my gardeners. That's what I'll be doing next. I had a bacon back for breakfast, says Simone. Actually, now you said that, I've got rolls in the freezer. I'm sure I've got rolls in the freezer. So rather than half a sandwich, I'll have a bacon roll. But I'll have one ration of bacon with, I forgot to buy, I was going to buy some. How many have I got? Oh, I better haven't got any. Oh, I have. Hooray. I have. Marvellous. So I'll use that in my curry tonight. And then tomorrow I'll have one ration of bacon, but it is the really thick cut stuff, So. Ugh. Have a look at this. Look, I've got 2 things left, but look how thick cut that is. Properly thick cut. So I'll have one of those in one of my rolls, which I will defrost, obviously. And I'll have some fresh tomato with it. and that will be a lovely breakfast with a coffee, and that will set me up to go and walk up a hill. And then when I walked up the hill, Momo with Momo chutney. Oh, I'm feeling sexy, baby. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it or dreading it, but it's a challenge, and I'm going to embrace these challenges, darlings. You know, make differences. So don't worry about the meticulously planned breakfast. At Windy Bum, the meticulously planned breakfast will always be a possibility. But of course, you can have a meat-free breakfast. I had a vegetarian breakfast this morning and yesterday. Not vegan, but vegetarian. Anyway, Simone had a bacon bap for breakfast and a chicken sandwich for dinner, and she needs to go shopping. Bacon sandwiches are manna from the gods. What about naked gardening? Say for the Welly Boots, say Steve McDonald. No, I don't do gardening, full stop. I employ gardeners. They do the gardening. I give them money. I have a lovely garden. Everybody's happy. Boaty's a free radical. Don't know what that means. Do a poem about bikes, Boaty. I don't know any. I ran out of ketchup today, says Simone. Oh, you have our deepest sympathy. Nightly poem sponsored by Sean James Cameron, says Jim Bob. Oh, my lovely Shawnee. I love my Shawnee. I told him today, I gave him a merch idea today because I won't lie to you, darlings. I had a session in bed this morning quite early with Sean. And I was thinking about it, and that session would have been enhanced by a nice cuppa, either during or afterwards, or before. And so I suggested to him that he releases a range of Sean James Cameron teas maids for everybody who watches his videos in bed, and you know they could have their own Sean James Cameron teas made there at the side of the bed, and when the tea was made, it'd say "beautiful," something like that. And I said, "You should do it, mate, because think about it, right? You could be the George Formby grill of the bedroom, and because look at what that grill did for George Formby. Once he launched that grill, he never had to sing again or play the ukulele in his life, did he? No, he just lived off the proceeds. Oh, another massage from the headmistress. Boaty, you need some nuts. Well, that's rude, isn't it? The sea wasn't that cold. Oh, hang on. Boaty, you need some nuts for protein and foliage for vitamins and minerals. Lol. Noted, miss. Thank you, miss. Now, I don't want to tempt fate, but obviously I had this horrendous psoriasis flare. You know, before my birthday as well, when I was going to be getting naked and in the sea. So just when you didn't want it. I've been taking vitamin D and cod liver oil and whatnot. And touch wood, I don't want to tempt fate, but touch wood, I think, I might be wrong, but I think it might be starting to clear. Some of the smaller patches, and they're all over my body, some of the smaller patches are starting to fade, and the really big patches, I'm starting to see elements of clear skin coming in the middle of them. So maybe, please God, maybe that is kind of on the wane because, oh, it's horrible. I mean, I'm old and ugly as it is. I don't need anything to make me worse. So hopefully my little regime of treating that is helping, and certainly getting away to the Balearic sun next month. That'll do that the world of good as well. You know, some genuine vitamin D, not vitamin D taken in through a tablet. So that'll do me the world of good. And when I do get out to this remote little house somewhere in the arse end of nowhere in a region of Spain that I'm not terribly familiar with, I'll be sure to get as much sun as I possibly can. And not naturally, I shall frolic in the ocean. Ah, I like a good frolic. A nightly poem, good idea, says Debbie Daydream. There we go. There we go. I'll have to come up with them. HP sauce, the only good use for dates, says Peter P. Steve McDonald says thick sliced bread, lashings of butter, smoked bacon, and a smidge of tomato sauce. No. That's wrong. I'm sorry. Each to their own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's wrong. The only correct dressing for a bacon sandwich is HP sauce, artistically drizzled from a glass bottle, none of your plastic stuff, and a light dusting of ground white pepper. There you go. I can't control you, Boaty. You always argue back with me, says Emma. Oh, okay. Matron says, no, sticky toffee pudding has dates in it and is amazing. The Naked Gardener on YouTube will get Boaty going. It bloody won't. If you can't do Alan Bennett, Boaty, just do an impersonation of Mustard talking about coconuts. Oh, I could do that, Matron. I could do that. I were looking at me lovely little car, Nigel, and stroking me pendulous widge whilst doing so, when I thought, ooh, when I get home tonight, I might just make some boiled eggs, summon my wife and say, wife, reveal your coconuts, because I'd love to have a good go on them tonight, just before I start on my boiled eggs. And you should be grateful that I'm doing your coconuts before I'm doing my eggs, because quite frankly, after 6 boiled eggs, hard boiled eggs, mind you, then there would be every chance that I would do a terrible fart whilst fondling your coconutty goodness, and neither of us would like that, quite frankly. There you go. You can do Alan Bennett. That's pretty good, says Debbie Daydream. Alan Bennett talking about pounding Sean's box. Hedger of truth question, says Simone. Half-size tins of food or full size? I've started buying half size. It's just easier. Depends what the food is. I mean, obviously, economies of scale, it works out cheaper if you buy full size. I buy the little cans of beans. I don't buy much stuff in cans, to be honest, so that's probably not a very good answer. Oh, excuse me. Oh, speak of the devil and he shall appear.
Hello. Your impression of me as Alan Bennett and talking about Nigel and everything else.
Why does my phone keep doing that? My phone just keeps cutting out whenever I play a WhatsApp message. Right, let's try that again.
Hello.
Hello.
Your impression of me as Alan Bennett and talking about Nigel and everything else was correct. Thank you very much. Everything was correct. Except for the bit where eggs make you fart.
I wish Mustard was coming with me tomorrow. Mustard, why don't you come and climb Mam Tor with me tomorrow, and we'll have some Momo afterwards. Come and do climbing things with me on a Monday. Where did we get to? Boaty's on his best behaviour tonight. So far, says Jim Bob. Gardens are good, says Andrew. You can plough them and stick things in them and watch them grow. My gardeners can. Monday Night Lives were absolutely mad, says Jim Bob. Mad in a good way. No pressure on you now, Boaty. Exactly. I love doing the Monday night, says Emma. Are you doing tomorrow night? Are we jointing tomorrow night? Is tomorrow night a joint, or am I left hanging out on my own? Hope it's a joint. Everybody missed you last week. Good to be here, says Josh, and it's always a joy to welcome you. God, look at the time. Time's marching on, isn't it? Jim Bob says, I know of a channel I used to watch, but now it's turned into a flipping cooking one with an air fryer. I hate air fryers. Saying it's a crap video is still a comment, says Peter P, and helps with the YouTube doings. That's talking about Jimmy Quinn. And it's absolutely true. Any comment does help. If you want to support any YouTuber, or ideally me, obviously, because it's all about me, darlings, leaving a comment really does help. Hitting the like button really does help. I have Boaty's driving videos on in the background when I'm working, says Richard. It's brilliant, and there are no complaints from me. I knew that some of you liked them, but equally I know that for some people they'll be dead boring. And that was part of the thought process I went to. Who am I doing this for? Am I doing this for people that I don't know, don't care about, but I'm hoping will come and watch my videos so numbers on a screen are slightly higher? Or am I doing it for the people that I do know about, who I do care about, who I hang out with on a nightly basis? And I thought, well, it's obvious, isn't it? I'm doing it for you guys, so sod the rest of them. Emma, you are a wonderful, lovely person. And as I told you, you deserve a prince or a lovely person who cares for you, says Diane. And I think we would all agree with that. Debbie Daydream says, I watched your Chatsworth video today, Boaty. I enjoyed it. The last time I was at Chatsworth, I took the Aussie contingent. So that was a while ago. Yeah, I love Chatsworth. You've pulled Boaty, says Peter P. Hey, what have I missed? Who have I pulled? How far behind am I on the comments? It's time to go. God. Oh, right. Let's do a bit of whizzing through. One day, Emma, says Diane, I'll come and see you in Norwich and you in London, Tracy. You've really helped me come out of myself. Still working on it, but we'll get there. Smoke, says Jim Bob. Paulie Galtieri says, is Boaty packing in the cigarettes then, or just for tomorrow? Who am I going to give this Dunhill lighter to now? I still need a lighter. I've still got to light the candles. Yeah. But oh, good. You've got a joint live stream with the M11 tomorrow. It is official. Fingers crossed, touch wood, as long as there are no family issues. It's going to be back to a good old joint live. But yeah, yeah. The smoking thing, yeah, I thought, let's not do that anymore. Boaty's going to be a vegetarian, says Bad Books. I'm not. I am not. Non-smoking, yes. Skinny dipping, yes. Hiker. Who's he trying to impress? Me. I'm trying to impress me. I'm trying to make some changes. I'll tell you the truth, darling. A lot of it does come from last Monday and Tuesday. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself. I barely smoked. I had a couple, but I barely smoked, and I didn't care that I wasn't smoking. I loved doing the sea thing. I loved doing the walking thing, and I just thought, well, that's better than what I've been doing. So I just thought, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just thought that was better than what I normally do, made me feel better. I enjoyed it more. So I might try and keep doing it a bit. You know, that's all. Oh, and the other thing with the smoking was that I thought, what's the point in having beautiful, expensive fragrances if all I'm actually going to stink of is fags? So we'll see. I'm not making any promises or anything like that. I'm just, at the moment, I'm trying to walk around a bit more. I'm trying to walk up things. I'm trying to not eat meat as compulsively as I do, and I'm trying to see what life is like without smoking. They're not bad things to try, really, are they? Boaty says, matron, you're feeling cold because you're not eating enough and you've given up nicotine. I'm feeling cold because it was pissing 17 degrees in here. I'm feeling lovely now. The radiators have warmed up. Is he going cold turkey, says Steve McDonald? Oh, it's the only way. It's the only way. If you're going to give something up, just stop doing it. Stop doing it. And if you don't want to stop doing it and you're willing to take the consequences of not stopping doing it, then start doing it again. I don't know. I'm no font of wisdom. Tracy's run out of fags, more like. I really haven't. I really haven't. Six packets of Marlboro Gold. Oh, and that means this will get demonetized, won't it? I've got fags at the moment, and for a while, I've chosen not to smoke them. There you go. There you go. Everything in moderation, says Steve McDonald. Well, not quite everything, but yeah, absolutely. I wasn't criticizing, says Emma, just checking the breakfast would still be a thing. Yes, the breakfast will still be a thing. There will always be a meticulously planned breakfast available at Windy Bum if you are residing in the guest cupboard. Some things, darling, should never change. And a meticulously planned breakfast is one of them. 00 Garage, good evening to you. We haven't seen you for a while. And you've, oh, blimey, you've come in just as I'm about to bugger off. I should have buggered off 13 minutes ago. Hello, mate. How are you? And yeah, when I do wend my way up to Scotland, I will be sure to pop in and see you. In fact, I might just pop up to see you. I'm going to do that this year, darlings. If I'm earning more money or saving a bit of money by not buying cigarettes and things, then I'm going to do some popping on Mondays. I'm not just going to climb up things. I'm going to do some popping to see some of you. And I don't know, maybe go out for a drink with you or tickle you or something of that nature. I've got plans for this year. I tell you, I've got plans, but I'm also immediately putting them into action. The year started well. As I said, I had the first day off of the year had to be a day off and nothing happening because Christmas, New Year, hospitality industry, madness. But my God, the last Monday and Tuesday, what an amazing time. What an amazing time. I met one of the inner scrotum, and what a joy it was to do that. There was a very lengthy live stream. There was walking up things. There was looking at seals. There was quite a lot of wine being drunk. There was a nice meal. There were all sorts of wonderful things. There was going into the sea and all of that. That's the kind of thing that this year needs to be. It was momentum that needs to be continued. So, oh yeah, watch this space. Boaty's live streams always make me hungry, says Emma. Well, I mean, Boaty, walking, says Jim Bob. I can't get my head around it. I know. Neither can I, to be honest with you. And I'm trying to think what the hell I'm going to wear tomorrow, because it's not like I've got any proper gear to wear. I did think about, I'm sure I've got my old cycling gear. I'm sure I brought it here, and I think it's under the bed in the guest cupboard. I might have a look through that and dig out some of my old thermals, because, yeah, you kind of need the right gear to exercise in winter. I'll have a look in the morning after my half a bacon sandwich. Steve McDonald says Boaty refused duty free. It's true. It is true. Now, for those who don't know, Steve is the lovely guy who is buying Dick a Dum Dum. And he will be coming here next weekend. But before coming here next weekend, he is going to, hold on. Let me pull the message up. He is going to Prague. He's off to Prague tomorrow. And he sent me a message. He sent me a message saying, I'm away to Prague tomorrow. Fridge magnet, duty-free ciggies. And I replied, oh, have a great time. Yes, please to the magnet. No thanks to the fags. Amazingly, I'm giving them up. And there you go. There is that message. So, yeah. And the other message was about where the restaurant was, and I forgot to reply to that, but I've replied to it now. Boaty, says Jimmy Quinn, I would have 4 rashers of bacon in one roll. Yeah, well, good for you. I applaud your own individual choice. I'm just going to have 1. I'm going to be having Momo after the walk, so it's not like I'm doing myself short. Well, I did it, says Simone. I ordered the Japanese Saturn. Well done, you. It says it's faulty, but easy to fix. Let's hope so. Oh, God. What's that? Where did that come from? Who was that? Where was it? Who was it? Oh, here we are. Wear shorts on your walk, Boaty. That might increase the viewers. Jim Bob. Thanks, mate. I'm not sure it would. And I'm not sure how cold it's going to be. But I'm going to bloody do this thing tomorrow. You see if I don't. I am loving the idea that I am properly challenging myself and putting myself out of my comfort zone, because I'll tell you why I'm loving it. I'm realizing that I'm not out of my comfort zone. I'm in my comfort zone. I'm loving it, but it's a different comfort zone. And I'd forgotten that I could be comfortable in that zone. So yeah, somebody, was it Stu or was it Barry Scratter? I honestly can't remember. I haven't replied to it yet, but somebody left a comment saying on a video saying that the body and the muscles have a memory. You were an athlete, so you can probably be athletic again. And thank you for that. And I think that there is some truth in it, because weird as it sounds, I'm quite excited about the idea of challenging myself again. It's been a long time. When I retired from professional racing cycling, I said that I'd done over 100,000 hard training or hard racing miles. and I'd done a lot of damage to my body, and that for the rest of my life I was going to declare my body a pain-free zone. And I have. But no, I don't want it to be, because I want to feel alive again. I don't want to feel comfortable. I want to feel alive. I don't want to feel old. So, yeah, I want to get out there and I want to do stuff and I want to go into the sea in the middle of January and all of that because I want to feel alive. I don't want to feel, I don't want to be an old man. I don't feel like an old man. I don't think that I move like an old man, and bugger it. I'm just, for whatever reasons, maybe it's a midlife crisis, call it what you want. But I'm going to try and make a few changes this year. No, I'm not. I've already made a few changes this year. Don't talk about what I'm going to do, talk about what I've done. And tomorrow I'm going to carry on. Right, I'm going to whisk through the comments, darlings, because it's kind of time to go, isn't it? Oh, Mustard rocked up and said, hello, Fluffballs. Oh, hello. Who's this? Oh, it's Miss Shawnee. Oh, Sean, I didn't know you were still up. Don't let the old man in, someone once told me. You mentioned that to me before, and it's true. It's true. As you get older, an old man will try to get into you. Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Keep him at bay. And that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, darlings. I will be not letting the old man in. Everybody's saying hello to Mustard. I need to whisk through these. George Foreman, the American boxer, says Josh. He's the one who put his name behind the grill. No, it was George Formby, a British chap. He used to play people say it was the ukulele. It wasn't. It was a banjolele. It was in between a banjo and a ukulele. There's broccoli, mucked it up. The only thing I can do is my little stick of Blackpool rock, and so on and so forth. Would the salty seawater have helped the psoriasis? I don't know about things, but just wondered. Might have. George Foreman, oldest heavyweight boxing world champion. George Foreskin, says Emma. Turned out nice again, says Stu. The lean, mean drilling machine. Yeah, that was George Formby. It's... Yes, Boaty, HP all the way. How far behind am I in the bloody comments? Mustard as Alan Bennett always makes me cry, says Matron. And then he threw me mum on fire, says Stu. Oh, somebody's off to bed. Who is it? Oh, Jimmy Quinn. Jimmy Quinn says night or good night. HP on a bacon butty makes it a manwich. I remember that advert. Don't eat baked beans if you want to lose weight, says Mustard. Oh, I'm not. The change of food is trying to move towards ethical reasons. If I lose weight, it'll be because of exercise. For a long time now, I felt like a real hypocrite eating as much meat as I do. I'd like to make a little move towards the area of addressing that. Just a little move. I don't know if it will go anywhere, and if it does, I don't know how far it will go, but I'd like to make a little move. I understand that I'm a total hypocrite. Lambing time is about to come up, and I will look at the lambs in that field and I will love them and I will adore them and I will be so happy. It'll lift my life. And the idea of anybody eating that little creature is abhorrent. It's absolutely abhorrent. But I eat meat, and I've never been able to work out that fundamental dichotomy. I'm a meat eater who doesn't think that people should necessarily eat meat. So, and this is probably a little weakness on my part. I figure that if I just eat a bit less of it. I mean, I already try to eat proper meat. I try to eat meat that is organic, that's cruelty free, that's this, that, the other, that's local, so that I'm supporting local business, blah blah blah. I just think that if I do the odd meal that doesn't have meat in it, then that can't be a bad thing, can it? And maybe it's unlikely, but maybe it will lead me further down a meat-free lifestyle. I've got no idea. I'm just buggering about with stuff at the moment, darlings. Where did he get to? Gabrielle Tanner says waffle, waffle, and we love your waffle. Mustard would love to come tomorrow, but he's got way too much to do. Completely understand. I need to whiz through these. It's that time. I've only seen one joint live with Emma, says Debbie Daydream, so I look forward to that. Yeah, joint live stream with Emma tomorrow night, darlings. You wouldn't want to miss that, would you? I'm going to have to whiz through. I've just realised, says Debbie Daydream, I've never seen a YouTuber smoke. That's because YouTube do not like you smoking on their videos, and you will be punished if you are seen doing it. Yeah, YouTube don't like it. But YouTube, you don't need to worry about that anymore. All you're going to smell from me is the fragrance. And a wine burp, obviously. Too many beans and it'll be more than windy bum. Hello, playmate, says Sean, the lovely Sean. You don't get Marlboro Golds on Hubnut, says Richard. I shouldn't have done that. That will get the stream demonetized. Never mind. You're welcome here at any time, Boaty, mate, says 00. Thank you. Thank you, Nudge. What Chinese sign are you, Boaty? Asked you. I can't remember. Yes, Peter P, he's demonetized himself there. After Peter P said, Boaty being a dolly, showing and saying naughty thing in YouTube eyes. Yeah, they don't like fags. Oh, and they don't like that word either. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, balls. Never mind. No such thing as bad winter weather, says bad books, only unsuitable clothing. Quote from Alfred Wainwright. There's some truth in that. Take up Nordic walking, Boaty. I don't speak Nordic. Boaty, aim to do an Ironman. Bloody hell. Sod that. I did do a triathlon. Shortly after I retired, but I was still stinking fit. But I couldn't race. My injury never recovered to be good enough to race again. But I was still doing a bit. Well, I was doing quite a bit. I mean, I was doing 70-mile-a-day commute on the bike on a 69-inch fixed Carlton International Chrome. And that was when I was working at the bike shop in Birmingham on your bike. And the other guy, one of the other guys who worked there was a British triathlon champion. And I didn't think much of triathletes. But he and I became really good friends, and we did a bit of cycling together. And he did get me to do a triathlon, but yeah, no. I only ever did the one. I would never do another one. And God knows I'd never do an Ironman. I can't run. I cannot run. Never been able to. Not in any reasonable way, shape, or form. I can swim. I'm a great swimmer, or I was. But if I tried to do an Ironman, then it'd take me about 3 years because my running is so awful. Good for you, Boaty, says Steve. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't mind an old man getting into me, says Emma. Sean says, don't let the old man in unless he's wearing a condom. I would definitely let him in, says Emma. Well, there you are, darlings. There you are. Oh, dear. I'm whizzing through, my loves. I'm whizzing through because I do want to kind of get... Oh, God, it's past. It's past and I've got to get up in the morning. Mustard's going back to the editing. Say goodnight, everybody. Say goodnight, everybody. I'm just going to sod off. Emma says, Boaty's first non-smoking live stream gets demonetized for him showing cigarettes. Yeah, that was my stupidity. Ah, well, never mind. Right, that's it. I've caught up with the comments by ignoring most of them. I apologize for that. It's midnight, darlings. We've all got beds to get to. We've all got things to do. Headmistress Diane Sturdy says, hurry up, I need a wee. So, darlings, thank you all for your company so very much. I've really enjoyed tonight. Let me wish you a safe and peaceful night. Let me wish you a great Monday ahead, or at least a manageable Monday ahead. I hope there's a little bit of pleasure that you can take from it somehow, somewhere. And just take really good care of yourselves. And if you're fortunate enough to have the people that you love and people who love you, take really good care of them too. The candle will be relit 10 o'clock tomorrow for a joint live stream with me and the M11. And it don't get much better than that, does it? All right, darlings. Much, much love from me. Thank you again. And on that note, pachoo. Oh, and indeed. Oh, yes. Bosh. Good night, my lovelies. Can't wait to see you next time.